their pick, like the first.
You answer, just think that this is the map for the cold in.
The coffee?
I think that Coldamenta is an excellent site.
Too fast, too
furious.
If you're looking just for how many kills you're gonna get with a
My
Hunter's
boy
Fury,
Vin
I'm gonna
Diesel.
pick Esperanza.
Fast 9. Watch it.
Okay.
Theater near you.
I mean,
Exclusive.
as each select has played out, any other
isn't live yet?
surprises or curveballs between these two squads.
Like I was gone for an eternity.
They picked all of
I did. I
them.
had
You know, G2
one
gonna be looking back, they're
pancake,
gonna be
but
like,
then my
hey,
stomach
this
was
is
like,
every
"Yo, you
VOD
gotta
we've seen.
chill."
We know exactly what we're gonna do against
And
this.
then I went to the
But now-
We're
bathroom.
gonna waste no time to get into our
And
second
it's still like,
matchup.
But now it's opened up.
It's opened up, but my stomach's still kicking.
It's on
a little
cooldown.
bit. Yeah,
Oh.
it's on CD.
Wow. I mean, it's something that stood out to me after, you know, we've been talking about
Dude, I am
Bunny, right? There's one raise, but there was also another, especially for G2.
The couch was just like
but he ain't out
such a
today.
good idea.
We've got someone else coming out and about.
We do. It's Nuki back.
Like
on the
normally
stage,
when I'm
which,
watching the
has been
matches with
told
Mike, I'm
a few
falling
times,
asleep
obviously,
anyways.
with.
So like,
Nuke has mentioned how much has been a bit of
is
movement in
just the
terms of the
bee's
competition
knees,
on ASCENT
really.
in particular. But this for me is maybe.
Well, when I read
interesting
that it
what
was
went wrong in
6
that
a.m.,
Gambit match,
I was like,
previously.
Well,
gotta
we're
do
going to find
something.
out. There's been
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly.
down results for G2. I think if anyone
Not in this house.
close attention to, you know, the EMEA region.
Jeff, we're live.
Hot, and it's also been cold though. Don't need to sugarcoat that pill. We can
I don't
kind of
think I
say
get a
how
third.
it is. We've cast them a lot. I love G2
Save
as a
some
team.
room.
I think they're
Yeah,
some of the most
I need to save some
exciting
room.
players when it all lines up.
Oh, but
Let's
it's so
speak about
good.
some players. I know
Oh, it's gonna
Bunny's
hurt me though. I
take
know.
the
I know my body
spotlight.
well.
Content machine.
I think.
He's got-
I'd like to think.
he's
I
got some
think.
fire
You know my
behind
body?
him. We can get to
It's gonna hurt.
F4Q
It's gonna hurt.
but let's
I can't
start
do
on
it.
G2 with
She
some
said
of
no.
those players that we have to be looking
Or
at.
yes.
keep it
Maybe now
casual.
We're in a different arena. We're literally
Keep it nice
in
and
an
cash.
arena
Yeah, we're
now.
keeping it
So
cash.
this is a
You like
whole new
pain?
world.
I
I
think
hate
the one
pain.
that we desperately need to
Pain from eating
take the
is
spotlight
so
from G2.
bad.
It sucks.
That's gonna be a
It
massive
actually
focal
is
point.
so
It's gonna be
bad.
throughout this event. This is obviously the taste.
Mod's got
right?
that.
In terms of this matchup initially.
Oh, you want our
I have channel
predictions?
points off.
Big benefit in that regard.
Yeah,
but
she was
to see
talking
him
about
come
our
out and find his
predictions.
feet again.
Oh.
We've seen him.
No, I meant like for your stream.
Flaky's
Oh no,
potential
it's off. It's hella off.
We'll say it like
We can turn it back on though.
It's the layers
Why do you have it
behind
hella
G2,
off?
right? It's where Kellogg's has gone wrong. Who's
People
picked up
were
the slack.
being-
Previously,
I think people were
we've seen
trolling with it, so I
series,
turned it off and I forgot to turn it
specifically
back on.
fingers, right? Or a couple of maps in particular.
Oh.
Now, the one thing I'm gonna,
was like
I guess
2
have to
months
play
ago.
the G2
Can the mods
fan
turn
in
it on, or
this
is it
place to
gotta
counter
gotta
the
be one of
play-
us.
I think only I
I
can.
mean, I
Hi,
can't
Leo.
comment
Turn it
on
back on.
Mixwell's balancing potential to
Yes.
this. He is probably arguably one of the
You
more
gonna lay right
experienced
here?
players from the
You gonna lay
EU
right here?
region from previous titles coming
Absolutely.
over, and
Oh, I
he should be that
feel
safe pair of hands, and he
amazing
can be.
right
He
now.
stepped almost away from the
So you got
spotlight as
F4Q
your
today?
fragger that I expect to see towards the top,
Yeah.
but he is
2-1?
fundamentally so solid with
2-1.
this team.
Dominant.
Well, and I
The
think
maps they win?
second
No,
part
it's gonna be
of that is
close.
actually
Close,
being the support
close,
system
gotcha.
behind Kellogg's.
All
I think
three,
with his
real close.
position,
Actually,
as the sky, it's gonna be
Two are gonna be close. Biden's gonna be a
pull
stomp.
him back online, get him
So
back
they
on track,
have-
right? And
I
be
mean, they
that
have a
kind of grounding
Sky
factor
on
that
G2,
we've already
which is
discussed
already a
and how important
banger.
that is for a lot of these players' first appearance on
You don't have a
LAN,
Sky,
and
you ain't
particularly
playing,
the
right?
first series
If you're
on
not
LAN.
skying, you ain't trying. Wait, who's in
And
that
we
sky?
kind of then knocked
What?
that over to the
What
other
is that?
side.
The
Getting
the
into
other
saying,
team that
well,
is in G2.
people don't look at us the way they look at
Yeah, I
other
don't
teams.
think
They don't
F4
expect us to be this kind of, you know,
F4Q
big
doesn't have a
esports looking
Sky.
squad.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
I also
the
don't think
princes
Vision
of Korea, right?
Strikers
they're
really
not
use this guy.
quite up
Maybe.
there. There's one team that might be looming over the
I
top.
don't know
of
why
that
you
we'll
wouldn't
be
be-
seeing
Just
shortly,
get
I'm
someone
sure.
solid,
But they've
like
been
mechanically
doing
solid.
well.
Yeah, but
Sky.
Sky isn't
They're
like
no
amazing
slouches in
on
what they do, and
ASCENT,
they're
you
easy
know?
to underestimate,
Yeah, but if you
but
give someone that's like
there's so much
mechanically
firepower to
good,
them that
Sky,
I'd say
like
unorthodox to an
Subrosa,
extent,
for
even in
example,
those
on Sky
interviews.
is deadly.
They were kind of saying like we don't
Sub
play
Rosa
the way
here?
people
Sub
necessarily
Rosa?
might expect us. And
Talking
that's
about
what
the
we catch.
individual
Yeah,
plays.
I think
All
actually
right.
talk about that as a
Get your
matchup against
TSM
G2,
kick W's out of the
where
way.
you know they like to start with their best foot forwards. If that gets stomped out, and you know that fire's kind of
You're my
extinguished before it even
favorite
really starts
kitty.
burning. That's when we have concerns about G2. It's the recovery
tell the
factor
others.
because previously, I mean, the heritage of this roster is being ahead and being ahead clean and not allowing an opponent to even get a look in.
Well, look, I mean, I called F4Q the kind of, I guess, princes
just
of
saying,
Korea, living slightly in the
mechanically,
shadow of the kings
individually,
out in that region for now. But again, I look at
possibilities.
G2 as the Lich Kings, the one
Just look out for Bunny. Just watch Bunny
exactly,
all
and then
day.
they had to
When Sean
reform,
uses Sky,
rebuild,
it's
and
kind of
reignite
kick
the
W.
squad.
Yeah, he's-
Finally
yes.
He just needs
ready
to stick
get
to Jet.
underway. G2
One trick.
kicking off
No,
on
he-
their
Well,
map
Cypher,
choice will be
actually.
Ascent.
Yeah, he's good on
Themselves
Cypher.
on the attacking side, and of course,
Not
on the other
even
side,
Jet.
F4Q coming on the defensive side. Let's see what Bunny can bring. The man demands attention. I have to keep my eyes peeled towards his achievements here.
And straight away, actually, G2 going to be gifted a lot of space. At least the Boombot going to give away some information here of Kellogg's whereabouts. But there's only one player noted. F4Q going to hold strong right now with three players.
This nade could
towards
be
A.
brutal.
Actually ready for this crunch. The nade going to force him away there. Maxwell,
Damn, that first
actually
push
think
got
Goldust
him.
has to find the
like,
information there.
yo,
The
heal
alarm
me.
bot, on the other hand, will give away mid.
Okay. G2 testing the waters.
Back up. Back in the fight.
They showed presence cat, got naded off, showed presence mid, and then just into a
Back to A main.
yeah, just an A hit. With what though?
They got a wall.
Yeah, and it's Colin has been posted up here. He's been given nothing.
They're gonna try to use it for door.
Shown, at least
They gotta get to door first though. The second they show presence, they might get sucked.
Swing all the way through here. Zumba to hold down from Dice initially. No information off that flash though, Lauren.
Really?
Here comes the hit, and already you can see
Okay.
Kellogg's is on
Double
side
smoke.
back.
I did not expect a double smoke.
I feel like that deep smoke was actually kind of pog. I actually like that.
I guess
You
it's
could work the left side of that smoke too while the heaven guy's fighting.
It's better than a suck, I guess, because what's suck gonna do? You're still gonna get overrun.
It just delays him.
Yeah, you're still gonna get
Otherwise,
overrun. So what he did was kind of sick. I like that.
He worked the left of the smoke and he fought with heaven. That was really smart, actually. Low key.
knows a whole lot more. He does get himself to safety, falls away. Banks on the over to have his back.
Full whiff.
To play with, hits the reload, hits
Uh-oh.
the
He's
shot.
got it, he's got
And
it.
now one
Wait.
more to go.
What?
It's G2 with the first.
All right, well, I got G2 2-0.
Kellogg's
What?
actually, I mean, he has to be the one
What's
to
he
bail
doing?
over
I don't know,
there.
that guy's,
paint shot also he just spotted
He
it.
might have ran out
The
of
paint
bullets.
shot over Jen.
No way.
Reyna? No, he
Behind that
just
door, brings him down so
his
low.
mouse
He
disconnected.
cannot re-challenge before there's something in place to bail him out from there.
So let's, you know,
Just threw the
I want
round.
to see it from his point of view.
Funny, nutty start, quite
Show
good
me
at the
Reyna.
game, who'd have thunk it.
I don't
On
think
the
it
other
will,
side,
but-
Kellogg's with a belting beginning.
No, he had bullets for sure. I think he shot.
Right, let's say a player that when he pops off, when he gets everything ready for
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
What?
He definitely got bad comms or his mouse unplugged.
He's
His
just
head.
whipped
Big
around.
tick in the box for G2 right now.
That
Kellogg's
sucks.
hopefully gonna
All
get
good.
the
They had that
in his
all good.
sails and potentially carry that through to the next few rounds. F4Q going to throw a couple of sheriffs.
Thank you, by the way, Ann.
Thank you.
Scattered utility. Again, G2 slow in approach.
Yeah, see, that's the crosshair.
We probably
kinda
would.
feel
We
it.
probably
They
would
Actually
have
gonna
starved.
spot out. Kellogg's at least initially.
And definitely would have been asleep. That's for
Difficult to
sure.
deal with it, as you
We
can
for
see.
sure would have been
It still
asleep.
might be asleep, actually.
Nothing just yet.
Aw.
Spike does make its way
Well,
to the
Leo.
main, so I think they
Cute.
wanna
Thank-
pile on the pressure here.
But I like that they're still being held top mid. They're still holding the push over towards A. They're trying to play actually pretty well-rounded Valorant at the moment. And look, we've all criticized G2 in the past. Many a moons ago, different roster ago. Do they have that depth? We're still learning about this look of G2. This was a dream run to get them to this point. Surprised many. So we have to see how this looks. And I'm looking at F4Q. Where did
Damn,
they find that
G2
space
is
right
playing
now?
this
Kellogg's
so
is feeling it. He's
slow.
got that hot hand coming in now. Perfect time
They're
to
not
keep
giving
building
anything
confidence.
up.
That first play is not actually
Almost
gonna
too
draw
slow,
anybody away
though.
from A. You can see it's 4 players here committed for F4Q. Mixwell will find Athena. Bunny now trying to
Doesn't
get
matter,
something
though.
done with the main
Yeah,
shells.
true.
Yeah,
Zumba.
they just take
Bit
the
of a desperation swing
engagements.
through the
Oh,
door there, and
got him.
G2 just comfortably cleaning this
145
one.
with a
Best round
deagle,
has
you're
to
mad.
respect the flash, but information given across. Kellogg's going to spot him out as well. It's whether or not you can do any damage here. Actually, from
Oh.
range, still going to get the better of Kellogg's.
Yeah, and it's
They're not
wait
gonna
and see.
push.
I mean, G2 right now keeping it very clean.
Where'd he
Exactly
get-
what the doctor ordered.
I think he got banged through the tart.
You can do that?
Looking to win
I
that round, but
guess.
maybe looking to do a
They
little
have
bit
specters.
of economical damage. Maybe.
Hey, how did he
do
get
what you
spam so
can
I don't know.
cost
That
a-
was
a
really
bit more
weird.
reinvestment.
I think I just learned something new.
Something to
I think you're
restore his
right.
confidence
They
in
were
the
all on the
Hey,
heaven.
Forrest and G's
Nobody
going
was.
across. Kellogg's one away from the Blade Storm.
I don't know.
Perfect
I
opportunity
didn't
to get
even.
both
I would have
round
liked
going
to
here for
see.
G2. Let's see if they do
The other
decide
people's
to make
point
a
of
play
view.
here. On the other side, actually seeing Bunny.
Bunny adjusting.
That's sick.
Yeah, a little bit of an adjustment. He's not quite settled just yet, and actually it will be a
Okay.
full rifle come through. I don't know if we're going to see any madness with a judge coming.
I was waiting for it, I've been told.
Maybe
but-
someone had a
I
deagle?
heard rumours.
Yeah, that rumor being paper thin telling us. He's
Yeah.
like, okay, look out for this guy and what he does. Here's a couple of ideas. And Kellogg's gets away actually unscathed. So not bad investment of utility so far.
Well, I like this as well. I think actually F4Q are reading exactly what we're talking about. They're challenging this orb, not necessarily so much on the B side, but here on A
Somewhere.
main at least, the paint shells, the gravity well invested, just to make it more difficult for Kellogg's to get his Blade Storm out. You see, and actually might even consider backing all the way off and picking up.
Someone said who's lying sick next to Shroud.
Contacts when back towards B, but there is utility here. So let's see how this works out.
Bro,
Right
hey,
towards back of
knock it
both,
off.
Still
Knock it off.
Tina waiting close by, and here we go. Seeker's going in. This will be burst, but let's see how that utility works. So far, Kellogg's does get a little
Nice.
isolated, but that's fine. He seems
Cabbages.
happy to keep himself alive here. No one finding a challenge just yet. They are weathering the storms until now. There it is. Kellogg's finds the opener backside 5k. Only the 1k
Doesn't
for
even
now,
got
and
one.
G2 have swarmed it and actually have taken
Drop
it quite
this spray
comfortably.
real quick.
Yeah, we'll get themselves one upgrade as well. It's actually
On land might just hit different.
just as he picked up the Vandal there. Bunny
Best
gonna
raise in
find
the
that
world
one.
right here.
So brings it to a 3v3 here.
Not Keck.
See if Fancy Bunny can get anything else done on the way in. No, Revova's going to shut down the first door.
Damn.
The second as well.
Clean.
Esperanza falls.
Zunba, you
G2's
know where
feeling
maybe
themselves.
one is. You can hazard a guess at the second. And there it is. Shut out, shut down. That's a bonus, and it's even in G2's pocket. They could not be happier
the knife you
with how
choose,
that
really?
round just went.
Yeah, comfortable start. Again, going to keep three.
Yeah, the X tack or whatever, K tack.
Not it.
It's so bad.
G2 to pile on pressure and build up a bit of a
Makes
deficit.
it sick
if I'm
too,
honest,
look at
I know.
in F4Q's favour.
No
But,
taste to you. No taste.
The problem being here, and again, what we've kind of discussed, first buy round out of the way now, at least for F4Q, the concern comes of how much G2 want to now start kind of exploited mid, because you leave that open, players like Avova and Nuki, they'll just keep poke. They'll poke and prod for a couple of rounds. If they find that space, that's when G2 look to punish.
Well, we've been seeing a lot of the front line pay dividends for G2 right now. A lot of the entries have been extremely successful with Kellogg's, but it's that,
Someone
let's talk
said
about
just
the next
like
layer, where it's
EU
like Nuki on
food.
that lurk, or
Jesus.
whomever it may be. We have that kind of next
Cool.
stage that comes in,
Bar.
and it is a timeout coming in. And it will be, I mean, maybe good timing to discuss a couple of options, get your head back in the game. This, as much as
I think usually 2.
I hate saying, because
One
it
per
sounds
half?
like
Or one-
nonsense,
yeah, I think
it
one
is
per
such
half.
a
And
then
momentum,
text are just
mental-based game, especially for some of these players who are very
But it's
new
really
to
easy to do the old
how this feels, new
Yeah,
to
my
it,
mouse
what it's like
broke.
playing
kick the
against different
computer. Oh, my
regions,
mouse isn't
especially.
working.
There's
Tech
so
pause,
many
whatever.
different variables here.
It is, and
slow
I mean,
momentum
talk
cheaters.
about
It's really easy with a
the
wireless
previous
mouse.
round,
You can just
looking to get a little more
turn off your
proactive
mouse
in
and
terms
then
of
just
denying
move
that
in.
wall.
Like,
There
see, it's
was-
not working.
there was
And
nothing
just
to follow
flip it
up,
back on
right?
when you're ready.
There was no pinch through mid. There was no
But-
chance to greet maybe
Nice
the
shot.
weaker
But-
side of G2's default. So
Usually at
that's
these
really where they can
tournaments,
get away with murder.
there's
Right?
admins
Yes,
watching, so
they
they
get
won't
all
let you
this
talk
information
during
from
tech.
who's present on A, who's pressuring.
But before that was a
outside, and you've
thing,
got to anticipate there's a third member
may or
of
may
this
not have been done.
towards Tree. So right there, the setup.
It's cheating, you ain't trying.
It's the biggest
It's true.
toll that G2 can receive.
When you're on land, gloves are off. Cheats are out.
Could do with, they just need something. They need to make a little bit of impact, I feel. Even
how I was
just for their own
taught.
mental game right now, because it feels very clean, and Kellogg's, he's just untamable. Even catching the observers out, and that's a rarity, because we have the likes of Yeti, Sapphire, and Prius.
Didn't
the-
do me much
the
good,
God Squad
but,
coming out.
hey.
You know. For
Okay.
now, though,
You
we
want
look
something.
at what really they have to work with here. Again, Bunny not given many chances, that early look, but instantly Aldrone comes out. It's never easy. There's nothing gifted. There's no mistakes being made by G2 right now.
Really?
Let's see. F4Q
Oh, that's
gonna
what you were
send
doing in my
a
room.
couple
In your
more
room.
bodies towards a full killjoy setup here in terms of utility as well. Lambot is going to be set up in front of Bunny, but last time G2
yeah, it
were able
was,
to creep up.
It's not
Pretty much
working
got
because
into A
I turned
main
on
for free
predictions,
and
but it's saying
it's
that
looking
like
like
there's an
another
error and the
pretty
title
late hit in
doesn't
the
meet the
round.
community guidelines.
Again, it wasn't
but I
comfortable in
think
terms
it's
of on the
bug.
way in, but one thing we've talked about with G2
Yeah.
is
Don't do this.
how rocky things have been in
But it was
the
literally
post
like
plant for
the
them.
exact same title
in
as
particular,
another
though.
prediction.
I
We
get
ran
nervous
a
with
bunch
anti,
of
he goes
times,
running
so
late
it's
here,
Yes,
and I
different.
understand why you do it to
The
cross
map,
all the
so
markers off.
I tried to
And
change
so
it like
far
a
it's
bunch of
fine.
times.
None of those issues came through in the end. Bunny could have become a factor, and maybe the tags coming in between the sheriffs and the marshal.
So I'm a little
It
worried
wasn't to be for now.
for
it's
the
okay.
F4Q
Nuki, let's see
team
if you
here.
get timed.
Not a good start.
Definitely fine. Nuki's golden. And yeah, we're down to just Esperanza now. And again, look at this. Look at the discipline from G2. No one's giving them free chances. That's a banger of a shot, but it's instantly shut down. Again, 4 alive, 4 on the board. G2. We need to see, let's put G2 aside. I need to see an answer from F4Q.
We're not just about hair. We're also about convenience.
Sport Clips app. Check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
Convenience.
site right now.
Yeah, there's almost no get out of jail free card here. And
It
actually
is
going to get
loud.
revealed as well. Zumba.
Gotta let you know.
We'll
Loud
find
get.
another one as well. The showstopper gets popped. Goes through, no damage done, but it's just Kellogg's and Coldamenta now.
If Coldamenta get enough attention, be enough of a problem, he can't be. Bunny's found him. This is brilliant work, but Kellogg's, how big can you go? Not enough this round, and finally there's the answer they were looking for. It's huge for them as well. Imperative. That aggression on the extremities paid off. That is exactly what they needed. Bunny going for it, 5K going for it, and they were rewarded.
What happened?
And actually on both
clean
sides here, I
shots
feel like
by
actually this is a
Bunny.
round where G2 the first time they've actually actively pushed through mid a little
Weird
bit.
these guys
They
play
figured out the
4-3.
killjoy utility, and then actually
Gotta
they're
be
like,
just for
potentially
crosshairs, right?
we're going to bait a little bit of a rotation here, and it's the complete opposite. F4Q holds strong, Bunny finds a kill, and G2 still trying to lean.
I think it's a
those.
mental
And it's not
thing.
just the
Changing your
Bunny show
resolution
right now.
doesn't really do
Zumba's
much in this
bailout
game.
On Dice then,
But
the two
it's
that
gotta
he
be
picked
just for
up,
crosshair
was a difference-
sizes and
difference maker. Bear in mind,
yeah,
Bunny was low
right?
HP. They had completely had tree open. That could
Yeah.
mean something different.
Okay.
But
That'd be
now
the only
Bunny
reason because
jumps
there's
fully on
no
towards kind of mid, has a
What do
little
you
bit
mean
of
for
looks,
crosshair
falls
sizes?
away from it, but once again,
for like
trying
you
to
can
show a
get
little bit of
different
strength.
looking crosshairs.
G2 this time committing
Like
further
19, for
towards
example,
mid.
the
It
way
looks
that
like Kellogg's wants
Mike's
to go
is
deeper on
with
this one this time.
1440 versus 1920.
Indeed, as he's
Things just look
all the way
different
through
on
market here.
think
Actually,
it's
feeding
lower
it all
pixel
down. A little bit of
resolutions.
a
Yeah, for him it's
calculation there with
smaller.
the dash, but they come through. G2 actually find a 2-for-1 on the way in.
Esperanza's on an island and he's just been drowned off it. Mixwell finds him for free almost here as Bunny is just late to the party. Where's Zunba in this as well? He's deep in towards CT. This was lost by the timing that came out. You saw the Kellogg's just
cannot believe
pushed
I
and
spent
pushed and pushed,
$160
just
on
almost
this
jumping the
impact.
gap. And as I said, Esperanza had no time to do anything.
This is another
Wow.
round where, you know, those previous fact finders where G2 have pushed it forward
Phantom's
a little
dope,
bit
though.
further and further each round now.
I think
And
Classic's
now they're ready to just
pretty
catch
cool.
everyone.
And
Sounds a little loud. Bulldog's sick.
Bunny
I like
now
the pew
30
pew.
HP.
Yeah,
Not
it's
a
a
big
little.
fan of the pew pew.
Yeah, it's a little much.
Again, all the success
Bull-
in that previous
the
round
Bulldog
now
is
effectively written off.
Honestly, it's the best
Isn't it?
bulldog in the
Again,
game,
you-
in my opinion.
momentum-wise, great
You
work
don't have
there.
these snacks?
Kellogg's
Or-
Yeah,
picks it up.
Yeah.
We talk
It's
about the
good
kind
to
of
go
mind
out,
games and momentum. And
It
kind of,
could.
you know, the
It
kind of
could or
pendulums,
could not.
right? It's
Yeah.
like,
Will
well,
they
okay,
still
we've
go
been
on at
doing
noon,
this,
or would they
they're
go on
going to
earlier?
they'd probably go on a little earlier.
They're going earlier for sure.
I want out.
They're probably trying to fill some airtime, though.
Well, actually, I don't,
Well
but
handled, we saw it as said.
nap would be nice.
The round that they picked up. However,
like 6
instantly
hours,
scorched
maybe.
G2. It wasn't
8.
like, well, we'll let you
Like
build
6.
off that. We'll let
That's
you get maybe a
asleep.
little bit of momentum,
Whoa.
control, anything.
That's asleep.
No, we're right back
I
into
say
it,
that?
straight
Yeah, I
back
did.
on that. And I want to look at the money. That's pretty tight now.
Okay.
for
I
F4.
thought I said that in my head.
Yeah, I'm
I
seeing
didn't.
a judge back on Bunny here. Actually, elsewhere, Athena actually just got a sheriff, so a bit of a scrappy investment at least. Not sure what's left in the tank outside of this. Hunter's Fury available for them. Athena one away from the lockdown as well. See how G2 approach this, because this is the first time they've not really shown anything towards B main.
Oh no.
Actually, Bunny gets caught there over actually with the pinch.
Yeah, look at the pacing and the pressure coming out from G2 here. This is still great.
my.
Zumba's been found, so they know the dice is clear. 5K's not too far away, but there's still Kellogg's to keep
Let me
him
give the
locked
subs
in.
of that.
There's no
Thank you.
easy way back through Hunter's Fury.
5, thank
Gonna
you.
come out. Does it do much? Kellogg's
I think that might have doubled audio.
Great flash in Mixwell.
Oh, I apologize.
Dirty.
If it
5K
did.
had no chance, and there's that combo, that 1-2
I don't know if it
punch.
did, though.
We want to see build between them and
Yeah.
Esperanza.
Alerts
Couldn't
on
do
both
much about it.
computers.
I might have
G2
alerts
with
on both
lovely
computers. I'm
pacing
not
there
sure.
as well.
So I might have
So,
doubled.
Okay,
My
let's hit
bad.
the brakes, try and get that spike plant.
It's
Let's
still
try and
loud,
build off
too.
that. Okay, Hunter's Fury comes in. Let's just take a second. No rush. No
Nobody said
need to
anything during the
overdo
100
things.
gets
Very
his
well
subs though,
handled
so that's
again.
kind of weird, right?
Again, look at it. Just Bunny's under so much pressure here, and the timing is perfect. You've already
Yeah, I don't know
seen
why that one was
the
so much
spacing
louder.
on this hit to get through and find all this pressure
See,
and
like, that's
capitalize on it as well. And I gotta
just
say,
broken, what he just
for
did
me,
on
being the
Sky.
biggest concern, Kellogg's coming into this. The man's 11-3 right now. He is running away with a couple of these rounds, finding entries,
Just
and
having
also
a good
punishing
Sky is so
F4Q
nice.
when they're out of
Lion.
position, right? When G2 can isolate a player,
Lion go.
Kellogg's is the one to close that gap.
Go again. Has to have full faith that Mixwell's setting him into motion too when it's time to go, and he has been.
I like G2's comp
Now,
a lot more.
starting to work through. There's that close flash, gets no one. Looking towards stairs, double stacked up, and they have a little bit of potential. 3 players there. That's a rifle he'd love to have.
What?
Loki, death from
What
above.
just-
Oh, it's
what just
clean.
happened?
I don't know. This
Oh,
guy
it's
just
very
like one
clean
tap
for
3 people
G2.
at
This
B.
is
I want to see it. Show
spin
me.
on, boys.
They're starting to coast now a little bit, and that's
He was up on top playing in the smoke the one way, probably.
We know that the previous were a little scrappy,
And it
Two
faded as they
rifles,
pushed.
Two
two
clean
lessons.
ones, yeah.
We'll
Bunny
leave
got
it at
one.
that, but
And Kellogg's
this is
got
where you start getting concerned,
3
obviously, if
to
G2
B.
Kellogg's?
start then getting, you know, that
Could be
that
Kellogg's,
cocky
but
side of
Kellogg's?
the team comes through and they
Let them have it, Alan.
yeah.
Tame them when you need to.
Cereal.
But let's also
Glock.
talk then context-wise for F4Q. How did this map sit for them? Was this high up in their played pool? Was this something that was? You know,
Wait,
we know
where?
this is a
Wait.
G2
Negative.
choice here. So again, for me,
Was it on the
how
scoreboard?
much were they depending?
It was on their like little pictures or whatever.
I did not
So,
know
like,
we
never
were
the -0
hitting the Xantares peaks, the Ferrari
Wow.
peaks already this early, but back up we go. You're gonna have a whole lot of ults rolling around that G2 side, so they'll be fine to at least get that res back up here. But first blood finally drawn for F4Q.
Yeah,
Never seen
and
a
straight away
negative
ripped
before.
away from them.
I don't know what it means. Maybe it's not even a 0.
Kellogg's back on his feet. I'll be careful here though. I see the paint shell
There
combo
wasn't
not
a
lining
center
up, no
cap.
damage
Or maybe it's
done
not a negative.
whatsoever here. Again, utility being invested and not an awful lot garnered on the back of it.
Just for
And
fun.
the Vova.
Now I'm like staring at the
Present in mid.
pictures. What's gonna come back?
And what I want to see F4Q start doing is exploring a little bit of B main pressure, to be honest with you.
I like how they put all their cameras.
Coming out,
back.
capitalizing on the fact that G2 are kind of prioritizing towards mid and short.
Me and your cat have the
So
same
that
name.
Fina will actually find
Leo.
Kellogg's once again, so his second
Leo.
death on the round here.
In or out?
Gotta be careful if Nuki pushes up on the wall. He will actually
Oh,
find
that
Razzie.
It's
He
just
finds two
over.
there, Fina and Fire.
Yeah, that was
G2's
just...
owning.
I was expecting a little bit more,
Trying to work
but
through that was a little
Poor boy
haphazard.
Bunny.
You're not gonna get away
how
with it.
Bunny
Still
and the
watching.
boys were gonna.
Eyes trained.
I mean, it make.
Planted, no contest in sight as Zunba. Well, you're in CT now. The post plant is so difficult here. You have zero clue, and now finally, you can start stepping forward.
I mean, at this point, what's even the value of finding some kills here? It's go for the
Okay,
round
there's always
one,
next
guys.
map.
There's absolutely nothing lost here if they're back on a save round. Once again, with this round deficit.
I think they're
Again,
just doing us
take
a
weapon
solid
away, sure.
100 Thieves,
Somebody did actually just
speeding
get
up
a
the
call,
timeline.
potentially for one of his teammates. Like, oh, you saw him there when you crossed, by the way.
Who doesn't love those calls?
Ooh.
And yeah, this is.
He wins this.
Economic damage is great. You're not 7
Oh, there was...
down,
He
they
actually
take
could
one.
have.
Coldamentus found
Yeah.
it.
Very easily could have.
And yeah, I said, looking through the history leading into this of at least Ascent and the performance we'd seen out of F4Q, this wasn't a map that they
We said I think
didn't
Jaina
want. It was a
ends
map they
in
didn't
between
play. It was
dimensions
actually
right
a
now.
pretty
That's what I read too. I laughed.
But outside of that,
Very
did
true.
relatively well. So I mean, this isn't one that's super
pretty
low
Lily
in
Astro.
priorities, which makes me worry slightly.
No copium.
Bigger picture, or
But
this
native
just
zero.
says, okay, well,
Well, they
G2
don't.
are
No
actually
pick W.
advanced. You know, it's kind of finding out where teams are here.
In red.
Well, I think coming into this, there's more
That's
questions around
a
G2,
bug.
especially regionally, with where we've seen kind
Is
of
it?
their performance fluctuate.
Yeah, I think so.
I keep coming back to that.
You
Gambit
said
series,
I'm like
it was the
Astra.
one that stood out.
Does that mean they didn't die?
Again,
Which
that
No,
one?
I
is-
think it's a
Like
bug.
-0 main loss?
how much you want to
I
read
actually
into
think
that
there's,
one,
just think that's a bug.
have to decide. But again, G2 slow in approach here. And F4Q once again just willing to give up this early territory to G2. They're going to push on through. Yes, Athena has the lockdown, but again on a round like this, 4 Sheriffs, 5k has a Vandal. What's the value here of even really playing retake? They expect a challenge to come through, at least on contact through main there.
He's all playing towards the stairs. Got a nice little crossfire in place as well with Kellogg's. Needs to be something. Now 1 rifle on 5k.
Wait, is this the group with?
Find the value.
Hold up, is
find
this the group
something.
with one less
Flash
team?
towards CT, the late
'Cause
round
if so-
aggression. Mixwell just making it hurt. He'll take that on the chin, no worries.
This might be
Bunny
the group that has one less
will
team.
at
This
least
might be
take
Group
some
D.
of the aggression, but look at this. This is brutality.
Does that mean
at
it's like
Tigers.
in?
They are
Well,
just completely unchanged.
they're doing a
right now.
different
It's just
format
zero
for
care
Group
to it.
D.
Look at it. They're like, okay, we'll expect the first and the
Damn.
second aggression, but maybe the third. Alec Kellogg's, and we're looking at double digits now almost.
Oh
This is
no.
They're saying yeah.
a nasty game
Oh,
for
God.
F4Q.
A tough one to be the opener.
Well, F4Q needs to
Now
turn up
16 and
'cause
five. I mean,
Huge performance.
as I
Sentinels
said
ain't gonna
earlier,
be
tick in the
any
box,
easier.
This is, I mean, you can throw it and throw the
That's
check
the whole-
out
that's the whole
window
group,
at this
G2,
point.
F4Q
That's-
Sentinel.
That for me is the best possible.
wow.
There's only 3. There's no
G2
4 teams.
coming out in their opening series here.
This is the one
F4Q
team that
has
didn't
got
make it.
contact timeout
Couldn't
again.
come. So they're doing
Point, I
a
mean,
double
you start
round
to think
robin.
about just shaking this map
So
off,
everybody
I mean,
plays
what
each
can
other
really
twice.
achieve towards the end, this the half time's not really
So
going
they'll
to
play each other twice.
you know,
Yeah.
benefit them an
Also
awful
play,
lot in
yeah.
terms of a pace change.
G2
'cause
twice, Sentinels
it
play
relies
F4,
them
and only 2
stringing
teams get
together
out. So
an
F4Q
insane
just might be
amount
the
of
only
rounds to
team
even
out of
make
that
this,
group.
Realistic.
Yeah, and we talk about realistic. I
They
mean,
need
we
some
could sell
copium,
you the,
for sure.
The
They
lovely
need it.
concept of,
Copium
just put
for
their minds to
F4Q,
it.
please.
The chance they come back is
They need
going
it
to
bad.
take a monumental climb, and the second we see an
Yep.
indicator, we will tell you about it.
I
We'll
agree.
I don't wanna
latch on to it
move,
like there's no
but my
tomorrow,
foot's
but
asleep.
right now,
But Leo-
G2's
But Leo
performance,
is-
I've got to say, is outclassing
Look at him.
this, and maybe it's
Yeah.
map, Maybe it's just the opener, maybe it's that confidence, maybe it's Kellogg's, maybe it's all the things, all the stars aligned here. Now, it doesn't say that on map 2 it's going to be the same thing. That would be Bind,
Whatever
which
you're thinking,
is
don't.
F4Q's choice. So that does change things a little bit.
I wonder if
And
I
I
can
guess
hear
in terms of
Ian.
comfort zones, yes, we could say that probably does lean a little stronger in terms of F4Q.
Yes.
Can you guys hear Ian?
But again,
Was that
G2,
Brad?
Probably only if
They've
we
showed
know.
up on
I
Bind
think
a
that was
few
Brad.
times.
Brad?
Yes, we could say
Said,
the
yo,
same
this
thing.
is a
They've lost
comfy stream or something.
few games.
Yo,
But
Brad.
I think
Yo,
Bind
Brad.
in particular is one where
Brad.
they've been a lot
What is
more
the
stubborn about that
You just
competition
woke up?
to it. There's not been this kind of, you know, willingness to just try something.
Oh, Leo's getting
Whether
super
it be in the
comfy
playoffs
now.
or in the, you know, the
Oh, now I
final
really can't
stages
move.
of challenges. But
Nope.
we'll have to wait and see because we're still here. Round 11 now on ASCENT.
I had a dream I was in
Again.
Fallout, like
Bunny's got an operator
Earl.
now.
Okay.
So are we going
Glass
to see it
cannon.
looking as if we're
Was it
going
like
to
a
see them
train
challenge
station?
mid at least a little bit?
Looting.
It's almost
You
6
love
rounds too late
Fallout.
for me, but
Surviving.
let's see how they get on.
Alright,
Owning.
he's got no armor, glass
Oh
cannon,
my
he's dead.
God.
Kellogg's does not care. You're the lovely part of this is
Wide
just click
swat.
hits.
Oh my
so
God.
simple.
Might be a
And look at that,
13-1.
He finds another.
Dang.
Easy stuff for the man on the
Kellogg.
screen. He is feeling this. The game is
They're
all working
great.
for him. Every peak, everything he does is
Kellogg.
lining up, and there's nothing
Yeah.
to stop him.
Frosted
He's
Flakes.
now
Frosted
going
Flakes.
again, being
Is
facilitated
that
by
Kellogg's
Mitchell.
or no?
Leans on forward. The
Frosted.
timing couldn't
I
quite
think
find it
so.
there. A little bit of a fumble on it towards Athena, who does hold tree for now.
You sleep?
Complimentary
Oh, yeah,
one away
he's
from
out.
Hunter's Fury. Again, I think Athena's in one of those spots where we're expecting him maybe to lean
Get
back.
one
Bruce,
pancake?
Bruce.
Is that-
Lockdown.
-1.
The orb
What's he
available.
doing? He's
chewing.
Will retrieve it.
Yeah, that's his
Basically saves
thing.
that. Away from F4Q, Mixwell actually still holding pretty close on tree here. I don't think
We don't know how to
Athena's
cleanse
expecting
that.
at all. Actually, look at this.
Flash.
The gravity was perfect. Mixwell with the flash. Beautiful little set piece there to dig him out. And again, you know, expecting that, anticipating they're going to look to hold on to tree with that lockdown because it's their only hope of fighting back in here.
Oh, the flash again. He knows there's another. 5K is in so much trouble. Mixwell is just putting him through the ringer. Zumba is not happy. He's got about 3 different angles to worry about. Luckily for him, he's actually cracked. So he's found 2 already by tree. Sadly, the rest are just out of reach. And G2 are just flexing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it.
Coasting now
I
is
thought you were already
Where's
out.
the-
I was out for a
Is-
second,
can
but
only
I heard
imagine
people call my
the
name
Twitter
Oh,
state
in
after
the
this.
chat.
I mean,
Brave.
you've obviously they've got the Sentinels folder ready.
oh, he doesn't like.
You know,
Oh,
whether
just
they
chill
will
is
lose that
not
matchup, but that's
his
why
thing.
Bruce.
He doesn't know just
I'm
chill.
quite excited to see how they're feeling after the
Carlos
first
somewhere
half.
is just grinning ear to ear right
I mean,
now.
this is their town. This is G2's
Think about that
town. You
cable,
see it all
though.
over. They've got the posters out. They've been out there doing everything to try and claim this is
This
theirs.
is-
And the boys in the
I was
server
about like
are fighting someone
4
to save.
seconds or
2-1
2 minutes
though,
from the
half
Shadow
now
Realm.
looming. F4Q still
Get in.
finding,
I was almost there.
desperation is the name of the game
Dark
here.
Portal,
But not finding much for it.
Saw it.
2007.
One thing, again, we did talk about the support tools in
2007.
place for Kellogg's previously. This match, for me, I mean, especially in terms of opening
Yeah, it
tools,
lands.
he's been finding
Back to
himself,
the old days.
honestly. Bunny actually with
Oh
a double
my
satchel
God.
out. Will find nuke
Right in
on the
his
side
face,
again.
literally.
That's what we
Almost
expect
did
from him,
that
where he really shines on that raise is
All good.
those double blast packs out to get aggressive.
Alright. She said all
Take
good.
one away, but again, at this point, I think G2 happy to escape with just giving 1 kill
They're
away
saying
there, to be
fixed
honest with you.
camera. Oh,
I think that's
the
what
camera
they're
got
like.
knocked.
Fair enough, we take that.
Yeah.
And here we go. Kellogg's again just trying to follow up
'Cause
on
of
the back. It's
Bush.
such called Menton
Bruce.
claims he was so
Oh, you
ready
angled me
if
out?
he needed to be. Avoda still controlling towards the
Alright.
outside. Is being closed in on.
Yeah,
Nice.
Zumba's actually creeping out there behind him. Mixwell will catch an audio IQ in mid as well. You see there, Avova did get caught off guard.
Yeah, I had the cart like turned a little
Yeah.
bit because it was like, it doesn't like angle. I
And a
don't know how to do it.
Someone please, someone
Lazy.
please.
Thank you.
I don't know. Is my copium rising here for the Sentinels game? I don't know.
30 seconds
I
left.
can't believe
Oh,
you.
he's so comfy.
Copium is
Mention
Sure
high.
for this sleep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
5K
Wanna
is
move it?
blind in this scenario.
Can't.
Bunny
Yeah, this
is your
is
last
slaughter.
player standing
Can't.
in the half here, and it's Mixwell
It's
to find
over.
it. A truly
You thought these guys were
beautiful
gonna...
game
They're
we just
just-
witnessed. I don't know how else.
Yeah, we're
to
getting ready for
phrase
Hunt
this one.
Thieves.
So
True, I gotta pass out.
Yeah, just take a nap
blown away
Sure,
here.
alright.
and get hyped
Yeah,
up
I've
for
been there,
Hiko.
yeah.
No more looking
Quick in and
around.
out, to be honest with you,
Good night,
this was
everybody.
again something I was expecting
Hey,
G2
yo.
to want to come out and put on this sort of display because I
Shut
think
the
it,
eyes.
it plays to their strengths,
this
it plays
is
to their
it.
confidence factor, and
This
right here,
is
I mean, like I
it.
said, we've gone through the motions, coasting, flexing.
It's all happening. And well, look, speaking of hopium and copium, we've got to head over to Sean, who'll be breaking down some beautiful moments from that first half.
Thank you so much, Lauren. And yeah, I agree, Hypoc. This one is going to be quick.
Hey,
G2 are going
look
in
at
and out of this
Dapper.
server. And I'm going to show you why. This is the third round, the bonus round. And typically this round
Is that a
goes
leather
heavily in
jacket
the
that's
favor of
full
the
sleeve or
opponents.
half sleeve?
But I'm going to show you how
Does
G2
he have it rolled
spread
up?
out
Sleeves
across
are
the
rolled
map
up,
to
yeah.
steal this round away. So at first, what we're going to see is the Sage and Kellogg's taking control of A main. The Sage is going to throw a slow off of the wall. That's going to allow Kellogg's to then make his way up into that corner over there. And his goal is just to create a presence. Just let these people in A main know we are fighting for this, try to get some utility out of them, and win the early round utility battle. But I also want to draw attention early round to the players outside B. This is clearly not an A strat. The spike is still deep outside B. You see Mixwell using his Trailblazer to clear out B main, and he's doing the same thing over there. Meanwhile, the Sova's holding top mid. In CS, this is called actually a default. So this is the perfect example of a default. So let's run the clip now. So you can see here's A main, Bunny's jump spotting with those paint shells, and the second the gravity well is activated, he uses it. Kellogg's has to use his dash to get away. And he's actually saving here because he wants to get that orb for the Blade Storm. So he realizes he can't get it, but they have made, they have made F4Q use so much utility at this A main. So they're gonna run all the way back spawn here to B, and that's when they regroup, and Kellogg's is actually gonna get this orb now in B main. And that is when the strat actually executes on the B side. And you can see they have done such a good job of spreading out F4Q. There's 3 people still on the A site, but this is a B hit. This is a B hit. He pops the Blade Storm. Mixwell has the Seekers already on the bonus. Kellogg's using his updraft to clear the site, goes into a smoke, smokes the turret. You can see Mixwell actually flashing lane. The Seeker told Kellogg's exactly where Fina was, and literally the round is already over. This is just such a good job of spreading the map, pushing and pulling rotations, hitting the weak bomb site, and using utility perfectly. This is something that I'm not used to seeing G2 do typically, so they have brought an extra level to their game today, and I don't know what F4Q is going to do to bring this map back in their favor. Panpoc, tell me what they need to do.
Oh, you think if you don't know, Sean, the most,
Throw it to me, yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
come on, Hypoc, theorize, figure it out. Look, honestly, a brilliant little look there. As said, some of the really big key indicators that really stood out to us. That again, it's great to see that broken down piece by piece.
I love the fact that Sean's picked up on the fact this isn't something we see G2 typically do, and I think actually to mitigate a player like Bunny, when you know that that's going to be kind of the spearhead of the game plan for F4Q, play a little deeper, play a little slower. We talked about it in a number of rounds where actually you expect Kellogg's to be coming out, W key held as soon as the barrier drops, and look at it, the risk management has played off so well.
Good.
And again, this is just, we're looking to see who G2 are these days. This rebuilt roster, this reformation.
Now when you're down
I
11-1,
don't quite know it. Ooh,
I would say
Kellogg's
most
is feeling
teams.
a little fruity.
I wonder why.
Don't recover.
Why?
Yeah, go on then.
I mean, most teams
Let's have a round.
honestly probably already thought that, are thinking they're
He's
screwed.
Really?
It's so easy to make a
The
mistake.
start already has just brought me deep
Do you think
joy.
they think like GG go next,
I
or
wanna
do
just
they
look
think
at
like we're out?
F4Q. They've just
Like
seen
we're
that,
losing the whole
okay,
thing
well,
against
we've
No.
got a really confident
No,
Jet
they
up against
think,
us who's happy to
let's
take
try to
fights.
burn them
His
out,
rounds are
so get as many
definitely
rounds as
more
possible.
of that.
I see.
Now we have
Like
to see
once
whether
you're
they
down
themselves.
this bad
They
in the
say
first
lead,
map,
it looks very
you
likely.
just try to get
Yeah,
as
this
many
is
rounds as
interesting
you
because
can to just
gap
hopefully
created here. The Owl Drone gonna come
tire
through.
out the other
You can
team.
see on the back of the
Yeah.
sound cue, you can see
You're not thinking you're gonna win. There's no,
Bunny.
it's just not gonna happen.
Go all
Look
the
at
way
Bunny
through
go.
the jet.
Yeah, he's flying.
Dang, but I
I
got
don't
hop.
think the observers could keep up with that. Bunny was so quick.
That was
His
sick.
backside, they've taken the space, and maybe that contact on short was enough of an indicator for them to say, screw it, let's get on the site, boys. And now we're in a 5v5 post plant. They've done what they needed. They got on the site, but now they need to hold it. The retake is on the
That
way.
was a J9 and mod check.
Seeing a recon available here. Kellogg's still with his dash and that Sheriff. And actually, he's going to come through, try and play a little bit of contact, but Esperanza gets the better of him. 5k will double down.
J9
as well.
mood.
Look at this, all the kills going through F4Q.
Who needs a sheriff when you get a classic? It makes perfect sense.
Drinking all that
2-0
coffee
left.
and
Mixwell and a vote
pancakes.
to try and do something about this, but
So much
we
sugar.
wanted an answer. We wanted a statement, and we might just have
Flawless
it.
pistol
Mixwell, can you
to
do
come back.
damage, or will they be 5 alive? First round of the board. Nice little pop flash, and there it is. Flawless beginning.
that.
I'm gaining. Flawless beginning, should I say, for F4Q, and a very desperately needed one here.
I mean, flawless being
What
the
does
word
F4Q
that this
mean?
half
don't know.
needs to be for F4Q. I mean, yeah, great pistol on the board. Let's see you follow up on that now. Again, I love the approach.
Yeah, I have
You're
no
absolutely
idea.
Right, actually, in terms of 5 minutes to get so much value off that recon ball. That's ridiculous.
Nasty. Oh, he's even got the free little upgrade. You love to see it. You love to see it. Okay, but okay, we were genuinely, normally, when we talk about comebacks, we talk about it when teams reach like 8 and up, right? Like, and that's even, yeah, I do normally play double digits, but I'm being nice.
I think
to
what
newer audience
when you're the team that has 11 here,
yeah, this is going to be a long road back.
you really like,
have to be flawless, and they have
even
to
if you win,
navigate
like let's say they come back. And all of a sudden it's 11-11, and then you end up winning 13-11.
Very hard to do because it's not just on you. It's not.
You're like, thank God you closed it out, but that gives that enemy team that came back so much confidence. Because now you're thinking like, okay, we came back from 11-1. We didn't win, but we came back hard. Like we can win this.
Yeah.
You really want to close it out strong.
Yeah, so they like done bad.
Yeah. Getting owned destroys your mental.
We're about to walk into a stack. Only 2 sheriffs.
Okay.
Actually, now G2, look at this. They've
the
completely
timing,
misread this. The Owl Drone has baited this entire rotation.
People are saying it means like the F
That's
word.
actually sick. MVP Owl Drone.
Really?
F4Q are going back.
No.
The Owl Drone didn't spot anything, so they're going back.
It's the worst double pump
If it
we've
was
ever
an
seen.
A, it would be like,
Oh, no, but maybe G2 go. Maybe they go. They're like, no one's coming.
back.
No one's coming.
30 seconds left.
Well, this is. We were talking about this earlier, right? At this point now, 1 kill can change the entire course of the outcome.
So they've only seen Sova so far. Now they know there's at least one more. Here comes the utility. Avova just leans through that smoke just a touch, and he's actually going to find one. He is truly just, you know, the assassin from the mist normally if you see him on an Omen. But look at Avova again. Look at his timing. Look at what he could do with this. Maybe retry the doors finds.
I was as hard if they could just see everyone through
This
the
is still
wall.
damage now. Spike is planted. It's a
Like,
2v2. How the hell have we got here? Nuki and
And you get on, you're
Avova
like, wait,
gets
I'm
back
playing the
around,
same game,
gets
but I
the
can't
heal
see
off of
them.
Nuki. That's huge. He's back up to functioning level.
But wasn't it the
Sova
same in Siege?
rifle on deck for 5k. This
Well,
should
I
not
watched
be a
CS,
problem,
like,
but it
Esports
truly is.
before I watched.
Zumba's attention.
Oh.
Esports
I see.
5k finds Nuki. That's now threat 1 gone, and there it is.
Thank
Dealt with
God.
in the end, but we were all starting to sweat bullets in that moment.
Again, unfortunately, I mean, Nuki has to
Yeah.
change 5 kills.
That's a good eco.
He has to try and retrieve a weapon to almost swing that back in their favor. But that's exactly what we're talking about in the first half, right? With these late hits, yes, it's against pistols, but where's the last place you want to fight agaget classics, right? When you're all bunched up, you have to
Brad
play
said
these
that.
close
You think
contacts
predictions are
and
just,
swing out from door
like,
at the
buggy
out
right
of
now?
smoke.
He
It's
said he
so
can't make one on
difficult to
his channel
deal with.
either.
And 1 kill can
So
change
he's gonna
that,
talk
right?
to him about it.
The spike's planted with 8 seconds left.
I think I found a button.
It's just so awkward to watch. Luckily, they get away with that one, and Bunny on a judge. But rifles across the board elsewhere. But that's difficult now for round 3, right? Because it's reinvestment. We talk about obviously building momentum in terms of the economy. That's not what you want to see.
No. I mean, that round
There's
I feel
so
is
many
going to be
Starbucks
flipped.
cups
The
on
L
this table.
the double pump, the double rotation, somehow being on the right side, almost getting down to I don't want to say a feasible 1v2. There's still a lot to play through there, but jeez.
That's when I wish we just have a listen in from around like that. It's like, right, go 8. Now everyone go beat.
Wonder if the
Oh, there's an
coaches
outdoor
can
net,
talk
everyone go back to
always.
8.
Yep.
Or only during
These are,
pauses.
you know, well managed by F4Q, and yes, ultimately G2 are able to get
Like, you
bodies
think they
back
could
in
talk
place.
during the game?
I mean, at that point, like I
Yeah,
said,
no,
30
maybe.
seconds left. You might as well
Maybe.
gamble stack one way or the other. There's no
How
point
is
trying
it?
to
Yeah.
react.
It was
on
like that
anything
for a
in the
while,
last
and
30
then
seconds,
eventually
because I think F4Q's hand is forced.
it
in that
worked.
scenario.
Like
There's
now
no
it's
real
only
recovery if they
timeout.
don't opt to end up on A there.
That's how Siege
think,
is. The coaches can only talk
Through this
during
timeout again, just going to maybe reassess the situation, but how far do we see G2 push out now? That's what I want to see coming into this round in particular. By round here, Kellogg's nowhere near the Blade Storms, obviously nothing really to rely on in the next round.
Okay.
And again, I know you were pointing out there, 4Q's economy, worrying.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be stretched
Look at this lane, though.
as much as they can be. A pretty even purchase coming out, really, between the two teams. But Bunny going to do it again. Look at this damage, but it's not a kill.
no.
Catches him mid-air, swats him down. Mixwell has to fall off this.
Did, like, no damage.
Avova's in danger as well, but the timing works out so well for him. Only for the 1 in the end. I thought Mixwell could have done a little bit more with that, but so far the site's somewhat controlled by F4Q.
Kellogg's is here so early, though. Look at this information he's going to gather. Nobody in A main. He's got plenty of time to clear out wine, and look at his teammates. They can sit back, sit comfortable here, wait for this. Kellogg's actually takes a swing, tries to find the kill, and
Oh my
F4Q
God.
punish him.
There's no trade.
Oh my God.
That's a little individual for my taste, and that's a big round for F4Q. They need
They're kind of lucky.
How the hell did 5K just find that kill? Because there was nothing in terms of information that came out there. It was just a straight wall bang.
Yep.
Okay.
Must be nice. I mean, the timing on a lot of this. Let's have a look.
Well, I mean, at least getting a little noise out of them. It was quiet in the first half. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, they got pretty lucky there because the Sage slow didn't reach all of hell.
He's able to relay that information that there's
They
no kind
had
of top mid
3
control.
people already ready for the
More than
hit,
likely
and they
looking
just
like an all-in piece, and
didn't find as much as they should have.
G2 now all the way out through B main early.
That should have been around they won, but hey, they
Gonna
won it,
give away
so
this push, and
screw it.
F4Q now going to scramble to try and capitalize on
You
this
take those.
push from G2, get themselves onto A side. At least Bunny going to lead the charge once again. Up close and
You didn't see
personal.
if they came back.
Misses the jump into heaven, but
They love this
side
hit.
control at least heavily in the hands of F4Q.
Great flash, great flash. Ooh, Athena, so well done to maintain.
He's just hoping to get
Spixel's
one.
Trying to push through. We do have 2 on the flank, keep in mind. This time there is a player towards Wine, though, big adjustment on that. Now,
I don't think they're
looking
going to
at
go
this
in. I think they're going to
G2
sit
are here,
exactly where they are and not going
Shroud,
to
a little
move.
bit of armor as well. It's not a completely
JK?
toothless purchase. Esperanza very aware of this potential flank coming in.
Oh
Working
my
off
god,
the
they're
back
at
with Zumba,
blind.
trying to swing out together. Well controlled towards one.
They had so much
Complementer,
potential to
gonna get
just
away with
have
it.
them stuck.
Zumba and Bunny controlling what remains, putting out the final player. There it is.
I thought they were just going to, I mean, they have so many rounds.
And no big, I guess, victories.
He's like
there to
holding me there
report
so
for
they die.
G2.
At least try.
They're kind of addressing
Or like
an issue in the previous round, tucking one into Wine, just saying, actually, last round, very quickly they're up mid, very quickly they're behind us.
Especially with Sage being up and having that Sage wall. Like, imagine they're trying to, like, imagine they feel out that there's 2 in A main, and they're like, okay, we can't exit A main, let's exit Cat. And then they try to exit Cat, and then the Sage wall goes up.
Mistakes being addressed on the fly.
And that,
It is really
I don't
good
know.
to see
I felt like that's what they were going to do, but they
Talk
didn't.
about the ebb and flow of how this game goes. This is another big round coming in because you've got the buy coming out of the op coming through for Kellogg's. This is huge. If F4Q can do something with this, it's game
Going in.
back on, and here we go. Oh,
Here
comes
goes.
online, and Esperanza.
The Sage wall. The Sage wall.
This time, who's been bounding towards the back of sight so freely. Now Kellogg's still here. You do have the Astra divide coming through as well. Is that? Yeah, both sides actually just absolutely going for it. Now we do actually have what 4v3. So the first time we see
Chat saying res of J9.
deficit against a dangerous round.
Bunny immediately, I mean, you can see every single time he's going for that double satchel to close the distance, play with a judge, and just get up close and personal, but it's not worked out for him twice now. See, is F4Q anticipating a little more aggression from G2.
You should run.
Fina throw the lockdown. He actually has the spike as well, so whether or not he's going to try and slip into A main as Esperanza and Zumba here. Might try and pinch on the back of this lockdown, but both members of G2 here committed, Nuki and Kellogg's. They can sit for free.
Yeah, but I want to see how much room they get towards tree and how far they can pressure that, because then suddenly heaven becomes a bit of an issue. For now, the timing's off. Athena gets found comfortably. There's the trade eventually from sight for Esperanza, but that's only Nuki. That's only part of the problem. There's still 2 other players lingering around, and they know where the spike just was, and that's such an uncomfortable position. So, with the perfect play up from tree, that's what I was saying.
They actually recovered. That's
can
crazy.
become hell as soon as tree gets lost, but time now. 10
That
seconds
sucks.
now. The
His
pendulum
teammate, like,
swings of
the guy with the op jet,
doesn't quite
he thought his
get what
teammate had him.
Spike is down. He can't quite keep them tamed towards the side.
Oh,
He does
oh,
get Esperanza.
he wins
and
these.
now Zumba
He won
against
it. He won
Avova.
it.
And Zumba's not playing this passively at all. He is looking for this, just slips away in Avova.
Oh my god.
And G2 are going to make it to 12.
Zumba almost caught in no man's land. There is nothing to fall back to, but
Where do I go?
Doesn't take the peak. That's the weirdest thing. In that scenario, I feel as if he just doesn't have another option. Just take the fight. Yes, it feels uneasy, but it takes him so long to walk behind something there that it's lost as soon as Avova gets up close.
100%. You know he's got that internal clock ticking away, knowing exactly the opportunities. And Avova,
They didn't play.
he's stuck on land.
They didn't play the 2v1 together very well there.
We got a keyboard issue down there. It was a repeated crouch.
They were
after
they were
waiting to see
thinking
an
2
official
different
decision
things.
on that. But yeah, Avova, man.
That's the Avova you want to see, though.
I'm used to
That
seeing
could
that
have
in
that
the
that was so
Web
avoidable.
Rams yeah.
If that Astra was just
FPS.
I mean, I think
that if the Astra was the Astra was thinking hide and the Sova couldn't. So to communicate that very quickly is pretty hard. Because when you're the person that can't, you're only thinking I need to fight. That's all you can say, like fight. But if the other person thinks that's a bad idea, they're not gonna fight. And then you're just on 2 different pages, and that's exactly what happened. That sucks.
Revealed at least, and
I actually would not mind if it ended right now.
the pressure here. Colementor will actually find 5k. Esperanza will find the headshot in response. of over
It's
now,
gonna
though.
be you. And then
But
eventually just you.
well, we'll get the Seekers online when this wall being retrieved.
I gotta go.
Will they find the spike here? Oh no, Mixwell reconsidering. I think he was looking to push back on the end of those Seekers, but
Well,
at least now with the information,
been
he
fun.
can get Coldamenta
It's
back
been
on
real.
his feet.
But it hasn't been real fun.
No, it hasn't. It really hasn't. This has not been good games. This map's done.
Now, Mixwell just looking for any pixel that might appear, and they are on the way. Mixwell is about to potentially greet at least.
What'd I do with this little guy right here?
Has both flashes still to play. There it is. That's enough of
A lot of
it to
viewers.
him to call for
77,000 people are here? What's up? I don't even think you can see me.
And it's a problem of
I'm so
oversitting
little.
deeper here. Esperanza, great trade. Mixwell pop flash, gets him on the cross. Mixwell's been having a blinding, blistering performance, but it's on Athena to try
Okay, I
and
gotta go.
save.
I
F4Q
gotta
reclaiming the
go.
time. He
Leo, I'm
doesn't
so.
overstep
Can you
the
take
man
him?
so experienced.
Take
And
this
now
little
three
guy.
players coming back in from short. It looks like it's G2's moment, and it is Nookie to claim the final frag towards Athena.
That was not a good. That was not clean by me. That was not graceful. I'm so sorry.
It was, yeah. Again, F4Q not achieving nearly enough in the first half. Yes, we saw a couple of positives in the second half.
He's going
of that,
straight
but,
down.
not an awful lot else to write home about, honestly. I mean, Bunny